you've been sticking around for 50 minutes to hear this story, welcome.
I'm sorry.
I'm not. Fuck you. Apparently, there's some controversies going on.
Ooh.
One Davy, middle name Richards. I actually think it's Wesley David Richards. I think. Has returned to the indie scene.
Ooh.
At I forget which event it was. But Tom Lawler is the champion of this. I think it was Warrior Wrestling, actually. I could be wrong. And he got in Tom Lawler's face and dropped Tom Lawler with, I think, a brain buster. And now they're building up to Davey Richards versus Tom Lawler, which is a match that I'm 100% all for.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this got back to Twitter and was sent to one Ethan Nathaniel Julian Page III. I don't think any of that is right. And quote, at TNA 14 Impact Wrestling fan, we want Davey Richards back in Impact Wrestling. One of the best in the world, Scott D'Amore, Cyrus Overhuge, and Ed Nordholm. Ethan Page quote tweeted saying, I'll ask for my release if he shows up. Ruh-roh. Now, Ethan Page has a tendency to be a bit saucy online. But he's not too complimentary of Davey Richards. Mike Gilbert at Get Up Mike says, I don't know the backstory here, but the North versus the American Wolves would be awesome. Ethan Page replied, it's happened. It sucked. Someone even said, it's a different tweet line, but they essentially said, you know somewhere someone's going to book Ethan Page versus Davey on an indie show. This will give you a bit of an allusion to why Ethan Page has an issue with Davey. So they said, you know, there's going to be an indie promotion that'll book these guys against each other. And Ethan Page replied with, we'll both no-show. Ethan Page has ran his own promotion. Allegedly, as the story goes, Ethan Page booked Davey Richards for a few shows. Davey no-showed. Ethan Page has been holding on to this grudge since that happened, despite Davey himself saying last year or earlier this year, that any shows that he was booked for that he had to cancel or pull out of, he would be willing to make up. Just let him know. Apparently, Ethan Page doesn't let things go. Now, here's the problem. Ethan Page is a great comment. He's a great talker. He'd ticketed talks. But if he's legitimate and serious about asking for his release if they re-sign Davey Richards, I'm going to be honest with you, kid. We can get by without you. If it was up to me, I would have an honest conversation with these and like, listen, we're going to offer him a deal, and I need you to be okay with it because he's going to make this company better. And if he no-shows, we'll fire him. We're not going to play around with this. But Davey's never no-showed Impact, despite all of the conversations of and Davey does have a sketchy history. I'm not going to deny he doesn't. I think it was 2012, 2013. Davey, Kyle O'Reilly, and Tony Kazina were rolling together as a group, and Tony Kazina nearly broke a kid's neck in a wrestling match by hitting him with unprotected power drivers after a match. And then Davey, Kyle, and Kazina, and I think it was one other guy, walked out with a payout before they even went on for that night. So they basically just hustled a promoter. It didn't go over well. Fans were rightfully pissed. So Davey has had some issues in the past. I don't want Ethan Page to quit. I like Ethan Page, but I like Davey as well. So, like, listen, sometimes you got to work with people that you don't like, man. What's your takeaway? Do you think Impact would be wise to get back into bed with Mr. Davey Richards?
I would like to see it because I mean one of the first things you could do is just easy to set up is Davey comes in, sees what Eddie has become, and tries to get the old Eddie Edwards back. Tries to get his tag team partner back. make a run at the tag titles. I mean, and then you could go anywhere from there. You could either have Eddie keep this gimmick he has now and have them stay solo, or have the band get back together, or what have you.
Mm-hmm.
So I think, and I love Davey Richards. I highly enjoy Davey Richards. I love any wrestler, and this was part of the reason why I enjoyed He Who Shall Not Be Named so much before he committed such atrocities. But I love, yes, I love wrestlers that have that much intensity.
Yes.
I love seeing that intensity that looks like that. It's not actually going to kill the guy, but it looks like it could.
He stares so hard you wet yourself.
Yes, absolutely. He was the growl of the wolves.
He was the growl. He was the howl. He was the bark and all the gnarling slosh. That was Davey.
Mm-hmm.
And you mentioned the Canadian by way of Atlanta wrestler who done just the most disturbing things of all time.
Mm-hmm.
He and his former tag team partner, Dean Malenko, easily the best tag team in 1999. Easily.
Mm-hmm.
Davey and Eddie are them times 2.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, with all due respect there, Ethan, I hope you're not that petty, truthfully. I know a lot of it is he likes to, puff out his chest and be full of bluster online. So this may just be him having a laugh, having a row, having a go, having a show. But at the end of the day, you need to improve this roster with the best talent you can. Davey makes that roster better.